the report comes from Ian Rappaport that the Redskins are now receiving some calls about that number 2 pick, and though they don't intend on trading out of that number 2 pick, they're at least listening, which means they're willing. They're not just shutting it down.
Right. And I'm excited, actually, because I've just heard no buzz for the last 3 or 4 weeks. You know, when they first won the sort of the sweepstakes there, tanking for Chase, there was some hope that other teams would want to talk to him about moving up and maybe draft Tua or somebody. And all that has died down over the last 3 or 4 weeks. So this whole idea that now suddenly the phone is actually ringing and they're not just saying, nope, sorry, we're locked in. I'm excited because at the end of the day, as great as Chase is going to be, if you could tell me we could potentially get 3 first-rounders instead of 1, I'm all about that.
Yeah, that'd be huge. And you wonder, there have been all these reports, I'm guessing mostly smoke, that the Dolphins aren't interested in Tua, that they're now looking at Jordan Love and Justin Herbert. There's this infatuation. I'm sorry, at the end of the day, when they go to the tape, which is what they have to look at, and they look at the film and the accomplishments, Tua was unbelievable in college. And so if you're okay with the injury history, I would imagine that the teams that want a quarterback, they don't want Justin Herbert. They don't want to roll the dice Jordan Love. They want Tua.
Seems like there's a lot of anti-Herbert sentiment like the last 48 hours. It seems like his name's starting to get pushed out. But you can't really believe anything you hear at this point. There's a lot of smoke screens, a lot of misinformation.
Right.
You're right.
I mean, Herbert could go number 3. Somebody could vault up and loves him more than Tua, and they feel like he's not going to last to wherever they pick. So, I mean, he could go 3rd. He could go 20th. I mean, we just don't know at this point. That's what makes the draft so must-watch and fascinating.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to lie and say I watched Justin Herbert in college because I didn't. Okay.
Draft T-shirt did.
Justin Herbert, to me, if he gets drafted high, feels like the Mitch Trubisky of this draft. That's just what it feels like.
Wow.
Where Trubisky got drafted ahead of guys who should have clearly gone before him, like Deshaun Watson, to me, most notably. And I know Mahomes got drafted, but Deshaun Watson was unbelievable in college, kind of like a Tua. And how could somebody get drafted before him?
Is it Herbert who they've been criticizing his accuracy?
Yes.
Like missing wide open guys?
Jordan Love as well, too.
Yeah.
Herbert was much better in accuracy last year than he was the year before.
Right.
Same with Love. Love was not good last year. But the year before he was really good. Now, I think there were some changes. I'm sure he lost some receivers, and maybe there was, an offensive coordinator change. Maybe it was a new system. But Herbert played a lot more in college than Trubisky did. I don't know if I'd compare the two. Now, they could be both overdrafted. I could agree with you there. But the way I look at it right now, if Miami – I don't know why Miami would trade multiple first-round picks to move up to 2 because I think they can get 2 at 5. I don't know why they would have to move up.
And they also like Love. Like they feel like they can probably just sit at their, what is it, they have 5, 18, and 26?
Yeah.
They're probably just thinking, you know what, if we don't get the guy we like at 5, if we like Jordan Love, we'll take him at 18 or 26.
Yeah, but hold on. What if it's somebody that just wants to move up for Chase Young? Because they have Chase Young as the number 1 player on their board, and they're already locked in at quarterback. Why are we assuming it's only going to be a quarterback that guys are moving up for? Right? Because
Miami has the most to offer.
But they're not necessarily the ones that Rappaport said is the one calling.
No, no, he said multiple teams.
You're right, Eric. Like the Lions. The Lions might just say, hey, we want to draft Chase Young. Chase Young is our guy.
Right.
And I don't know what they would do. They swap those picks, and then they entice the Redskins with something else.
Like what? They don't have what these other teams can offer. They don't have what Miami
maybe they're willing to
and
dump
Jacksonville
a left tackle.
can offer.
Yeah, maybe they have a left tackle and another pick or whatever the hell they have. I just think we need multiple players.
That's just not – all those scenarios you're throwing out there is just not enough to move up to 2.
Okay, but what I'm saying is I don't have the Lions roster in front of me. But let's say it's a swap of picks. So the Redskins just go down 1 pick. The Lions really love Chase Young. Redskins like Chase Young, but they're also high on Isaiah Simmons. Whatever's on their board, they're comparable, right? And they just decide, okay, will forego Chase Young because we believe Montez Sweat is going to be a monster, sacking the quarterback now that we move to the 4-3.
Yeah, my guy.
And we like our defensive line, but we really need to improve at linebacker. Let's swap and you pilfer a starter. I don't know, whatever starter that the Lions might offer you. That wouldn't be enough to drop
How about
one
Kenny
pick?
Galladay?
No.
I would
It
take
wouldn't be
Kenny
enough.
Galladay if they were willing to
Well,
offer him.
I doubt they're going to trade
But
him.
I don't think that would happen.
That wouldn't be enough for me to give up Chase Young. It's the Lions. How good are their starters? That's not enough for me.
Okay, but as Cake said, what if it is a Kenny Galladay?
They're not trading Kenny Galladay.
Hey,
I
your
was just
Niners,
throwing that
I don't
out
know if
there.
you're reading the reports. Your Niners apparently willing to deal all kinds of starters.
Well, they're willing to deal Goodwin. You know how much better Galladay is than Marquise Goodwin?
So much better.
I think
Kenny
they're
Galladay's
also,
basically a Pro Bowler.
also trying to deal Tevin Coleman.
Again,
Well, who wants him? Who
guys
wants a
hurt all
washed?
the time.
You want a washed running back? No, thank you.
Look, I'm just saying that I just don't think any of those scenarios are enough to entice me to trade out to another pick and take someone other than Chase Young.
I
That'd be
just
my
like
guy.
the fact that there's some buzz, that some people are poking around because you never know, something could happen here. Could get a little desperate. I don't know. I just
There's buzz
love
because
the
we're
idea.
2 days away now. That's why there's buzz, because
Yeah.
deadlines spur deals.
Yeah.
Because teams now know that there's not much time left to get a deal done. So now it's starting to ramp up.
That is
Which
so
good.
true. Everybody in life procrastinates.
Of course,
including
everybody waits
NFL
till the last
GMs.
minute. Do you pay your
Everybody.
rent early? Do you pay your mortgage early? I don't.
Nope.
I
Grace
never
period.
paid early.
Grace period.
I might pay it a few days late.
Isn't your mortgage is automatically deducted, isn't it, from your bank account, Rick?
Not at all.
Mine isn't.
Mine is
Mine is
not.
either.
No.
What?
I
You gotta enter
determine
it.
when the mortgage
I don't
gets
want to
paid.
because they would take it out on the 1st. I'm waiting until the 14th or 15th.
Well, you gotta
No,
wait
you
that
can
long.
set the date on your. You can set the date on your own.
No, I'm not doing that.
I
like
do
to write
set the date
check.
on my own every month.
Oh my God, I would stress out if I had to think about that.
You don't even do any of it.
Yeah,
Hey, when's the
Dean
last
Dawes
time you wrote a
taking-
check?
I know my wife does it, but it's all automatic.
Not in my house.
Yeah.
I'm with
Checks.
you, Jason and John.
Yeah.
Checks and stamps. Checks and stamps. Checks and stamps. Checks and
Not
stamps.
checks and stamps. Anyway, we can open up the phone lines, 800-636-1067. How hard do you want the Redskins to explore potential deals?
Very hard. As hard as possible. I want them to take every single phone call.
They should have
and
a dedicated person just sitting by the phone, the deal phone.
Yes.
It's just like that person doesn't even sleep, or it just goes in shifts. But you're monitoring that phone from now until the end of the pick on
Right.
Thursday night.
And it's not because I'm desperate to move Chase. It's because I'm desperate to capitalize on Chase and
Right.
get as much value as I can.
Because I want to hear offers.
Yes.
I want to hear what's coming.
But you
what are you going to give me for what I've got?
You might be a better team if you stick with Chase Young as
True.
opposed to taking 3 players.
You might be, but let me see what the offer is.
Okay,
let me evaluate.
I'm not saying don't listen. I'm
But
just
like-
saying I hope there's some sane people in that war room where they say, all right, hold on. Let's cool your jets.
Well, hold on,
Let's
Jason.
make sure we know that these players aren't as good as Chase Young.
They might not be, but Isaiah Simmons, as JP mentioned, I mean, everybody loves him. What if what if he is like the next Khalil Mack or something, right? And then now you've really got something, and then you can get maybe 1 or 2 other guys.
Maybe. Okay. All right. I'm just saying I think that Chase Young probably rates higher on everyone's board than Isaiah Simmons.
Right, but what if Isaiah
And I love
Thomas
Simmons.
is just right? But what if Simmons is just a notch below, and then you could get another. You know, listen, I'm a big fan of the sum of all parts. Sometimes is greater than just one stud.
All right.
possible.
We can agree to disagree on that.
800-636-1067. Want to hear from Redskins fans just a couple days away regarding the latest from Ian Rappaport that the Redskins are listening to teams who are trying to move up to the number 2 pick in the draft. The other thing that we're hearing is that this is the week. Don't know if it's going to be before the draft or after the draft, but this is the week that Trent Williams will finally get dealt. How low of a pick will you accept? Would you dump him cakes for a 4th rounder right now?
Yes. I would try
how
to hold
low
out for a
it's going.
third.
I'm going to hold out.
I'm going to hold out for a third, but if somebody offers me, I want a mid to high 4th round pick.
I actually
disaster.
think
Weren't they holding out for a first at one point?
Well, again, blame Bruce Allen. That big stupid. That's
Yeah.
the whole reason the Redskins are in this situation.
I actually think Scott McLuhan threw them a bone by putting out there publicly that Trent is better than any player in the draft right now, any left tackle in the draft, and he'd be the number 1 left tackle taken. That's helpful.
Look at
to the
McLuhan coming
Redskins.
off the top rope.
Right?
Look at that move.
He threw him a bone by saying that.
In the quote, they say he's a football player. Trent Williams is a football player.
Yeah.
That guy.
Well, that's
he's a
his
football
move.
player.